Hello everyone. So today I decided with my spirit guides to do this video. A video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but my spirit guides were like, not yet. So today we're going to talk about why your work with your ancestors, your mysteries, Loa, deities, even if you work with different gods and goddesses, or even if you just work with the God of Abraham. It doesn't matter if you work with the God of the Bible or you work with other gods. These reasons will still apply. And trust me, these reasons have nothing to do with ingredients or knowledge. It has nothing to do with ingredients or knowledge. These are mistakes that I see people as beginners and even as people who have been in the practice for a very long time make all the time. Okay, I've been in the 21 divisions since I was born. I've been initiated. I started my initiations in my late tens, not even teens. In my early, I was around 10 years old when I first started my baptisms, and then in my teens, my grandfather finished my initiation. Read the information is on the top. Why is your work with your ancestors, your work with your Loa, your mysteries, or your deities failing? Okay. I am going to share these reasons with you today, and you might be in disbelief as to what they are. So first and foremost, so if you're watching the replay, please bear with me. I was waiting for more people to jump on so that I don't have to keep repeating myself. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I think there's enough people in the room now and that we can go ahead and get started. And these are reasons that I have noticed since I was a teenager and I started working. I've been now working with the Loa. And I am now a high priestess of theirs and a caballo. I've been working with them for my whole life, but been a priestess of theirs now for 18 years, okay, since I was a teenager. So let's go ahead and get started because these reasons are very, very important. And these are things that you can change. This doesn't even have anything to do with ingredients. Doesn't have anything to do with knowledge of the mysteries. It has all to do with your behavior. And some people don't like, excuse me, but I had a sore throat yesterday and my throat won't stop. These are reasons that a lot of people don't like to hear, okay? Because it requires accountability on our part to change these behaviors. We forget that our ancestors and our Loa were people at one point. We forget that they were people, and as people, they also have expectations of us treating them in a certain way. Okay? They might be more enlightened people, but they're still going to have expectations of us treating them with a certain level of respect and with a certain level of gratitude. Okay, so in a certain level of sense, of common sense of how you treat how you're supposed to treat a fellow human being, right? Let's not forget that even gods ignore your prayers, even if you do any of these actions that I'm about to give you. If you're constantly doing these things, even God will ignore your prayers. And you're going to wonder, why is God not answering my prayers? Why is God ignoring me? Why is God giving me such a harsh life? And a lot of the times, it has to do with a lot of the actions that you take as a human being. So let's go ahead and get started. The first reason why I've seen people's work fail is lack of faith. When I first started working, when I was a teenager, I literally had such faith in this because I loved magic. I was totally into magic. So when I was able to become a priestess, which I didn't expect, working with my spirits was very similar to doing magic. So I was very into it. I had a lot of faith in it. I had a lot of belief in it. So that's another thing. If you don't believe in something, you have no business getting involved with it. If you don't believe in God, you have no business going to God. If you don't believe in the Loa, the mysteries, you have no business going to them. If you don't believe in the saints, you have no business going to them. If you have no belief, no faith in the angels, you have no business asking for their assistance, for their intervention. If you have no faith or any kind of belief in your ancestors, you have no reason going to them for anything. Because why? They'll be like, if you don't believe in me, why should I even help you? If you have no faith in me or no faith in my ability to do something for you, why should I even interfere in what you're asking? Why should I even get involved if you have absolutely no faith in me? I'd rather just go to another descendant or another child of mine that has less than you, yet has more faith than you. I'd rather go to another child of mine who has blind faith in me than to sit here and try to convince you to have faith in me. Okay? Lack of faith, first reason why your ancestors, your Loa, your mysteries, your saints, your angels, and even gods and goddesses will not fuck with you. And I'm saying that the most respectfully way possible. Okay? Second reason, casting doubt. Okay, I just did this little work. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Why am I even doing this? It's not gonna work. Why am I even gonna bother? It's not gonna work. Oh my God. Why do I even bother? Why? So you've already slapped your ancestors, your Loa, your mysteries, your deities in the face. So why should they even take this working from you? Why? Okay, that's the first lesson that my elders taught me. The moment you start casting doubt, that spirit you're working with, they don't got time for that. They don't got time to sit there and baby you. They're gonna let you sit there just like a parent leaves a baby in the grocery store that is not a baby, I'm sorry, but a child in the grocery store crying in the candy aisle because they want candy, and they don't, and the parent says, no, you can't have candy because it's not good for you and we have to have dinner later. You can't have that. So they're gonna leave you sitting there crying in the grocery store because you cast a doubt upon what they are gonna do for you. It's like saying to them, I don't trust you. So, and I can attest to this because even before I had any knowledge, before I received any knowledge from my elders, I would literally hide a rock in the ground and request something from my spirits, from my deities, from my spirit guides, from my ancestors, and it will be delivered. There has not been one thing that I have asked for that if I followed these rules, I have not received. There has not been one thing, and I can attest to you my entire life. If I follow these rules that I'm about to give you, if I follow these, I have always received what I've asked for from my ancestors, my Loa, my deities that I work with. Okay? So casting doubt is a big one. You have no business casting doubt. You don't know the level of what your spirit guides, ancestors, Loa, deities can do for you. So if you lack faith already, you have no belief in this, and then if you are a doubter, you have no business going to your ancestor altar, your deity altar, your Loa altar, and bothering them. They got better stuff to do. And I promise you, they have better things to do. They have world hunger to worry about. They got other people that they could be helping and guiding because you're not listening to them. Trust me, they got better things to do. You are asking them for a favor. Yeah, of course, you can, whatever you're doing for them helps them elevate. But guess what? There's other people probably that are helping them elevate as well. So they're going to go to the ones and help the ones that are willing to have faith and not cast doubt upon them and trust them. Number 3, which is a huge one. I see this a lot. Okay? I see this a lot on the internet. I see this a lot. And this is true even for plant spirits. This one is even true for plant spirits, okay? Because every spirit and every crystal has a spirit attached to it. Every plant and every crystal has a spirit attached to it. Every tree has a spirit attached to it. So even with the elementals, this, what I'm about to say, is true. Lack of gratitude. Some of y'all wonder why God stops answering your prayers. And that's why some of y'all wonder why your ancestors don't listen to you anymore. Why your Loa, your mysteries don't show up for you anymore. Why your deities don't show up for you anymore. And this is why. Lack of gratitude. You receive, and then instead of saying thank you, you say, where is more? Where is the rest? Where is more? Where is more? Because you lack gratitude, they're not going to bring you anything. This is like somebody handing you dinner and you going, but I want a McDonald's. I didn't want rice and beans. Okay, just give me my rice and beans back. Don't eat anything. Go to your room. Go to bed without food. Right? You go to a plant and you demand something of this plant. You demand something of this crystal, but you have no gratitude and no respect for it. You feel entitled to things that are not yours. Okay? Number 4, you want something that's not in your highest good. You want a person back that is going to actually hurt you. You want a job that is going to drain you, that is not for your highest good, that is not part of your soul contract. So your ancestors, your spirit guides, your Loa, your mysteries, your deities, they're not going to let something come into your life that is going to damage and push you away from your soul contract. Sometimes they let you go through it. Sometimes they'll bring that person back just to teach you a lesson. Sometimes they'll let you get that job that they already told you is not for you, just to teach you a lesson. Okay? But if it's not in your highest good and you keep asking for it, they already tell you it's not in your highest good and you keep asking for it, they're going to bring it back and they're going to let you suffer. You're suffering because you want to suffer. Okay? Because if they already say to you, no, it's not in your highest good, and you keep asking for this thing that you want, when they've already told you no, they're going to bring it back to make you suffer, or they're going to ignore you. That's one of the 2 things that they're going to do. Okay? Did I get to this one yet? No. Number 5, you're disobedient and disrespectful. Let me say that again. You're disobedient and disrespectful. Okay? Do you think your grandma is going to let you talk to her like that? So why do you think it's okay to talk to a Loa, to any of your ancestors, to your mysteries, to deities with a level of disrespect and level of disobedience? If you're disobedient, meaning they tell you, don't let that person in your house. That person has bad intentions towards you. Don't be friends with that person. They don't want good things for you. And you are disobedient and you allow that person in your house and then that person robs you. I did this one. I gave a job to somebody who I wanted to help. And my ancestors and my Loa said, we don't want her here. We don't want her in my house. We don't want her in our house. We don't want her in our temple. And I let that person into my space. Yes. And that person ended up stealing from me. And that person ended up damaging some things in my home. Okay? So be obedient. You can't ask them for things if when they give you advice, you completely ignore their advice. You know what they're going to do? They're just going to pick up their stuff and go. Because why? Why are they going to, why are your ancestors, your Loa, your mysteries, your deities, if you don't listen to what they're telling you to do, if you disregard the gut feeling that they're giving you about a person, place, or thing, why are they going to stay? And if you're disrespectful, even worse. One time I got very angry. I can attest to this. I got very angry about not getting my way about something. And this was in my early 20s. And I said to Archangel Michael, I kind of went off a little bit on Archangel Michael. And he said to me, when you get some sense, I'll come back. When you get some sense, I will come back. Until then, don't call me. Flat out. Everybody thinks Archangel Michael is all love and rainbows. No. Archangel Michael will whoop your butt if he has to. He said to me, when you have some sense, we'll talk. Until then, bye. Don't even bother lighting my candle. Okay? And I had to humble myself. I became homeless because I disrespected him. He took everything that he had given me away from me and let me suffer until I humbled myself before my mysteries and him. And then I was able to get back everything I had. Everything they give, they can take away. Okay? Number 6, you're impatient. Literally, I have had people who just paid for their work yesterday and the next day are asking me if their work is done yet. Not only did you not read the email that says that all my works require 30 to 45 business days because I have to work it with my mysteries, but on top of that, you're impatient. You think that you are entitled to skip everybody else in line. Your ancestors, your mysteries, your loases, your deities, they're working for multiple people at the same time. So you have to understand that you have to be patient with them bringing you something. Okay? You have to be patient. Give it a day, give it a few days, give it a few weeks. Usually it takes about 21 days for something to really start to come into your life. Sometimes it happens instantly. If you're a person that leaves them alone, they'll be like, okay, oh, that's mine. Okay, especially the loases, because the loases, I'm gonna be honest with you, they work faster for the people they like. If they don't like you, if you got attitude, if you got entitlement, they're gonna look down at you like, we're not doing this. Nope. Ancestors, let me tell you something. Ancestors, Loa mysteries, they're like, you know what? There's my homie right there lighting a candle for me. She's always nice. She's always giving us good good offerings. She's always patient. She's always faithful. She never has doubt in us. Oh man, I'm gonna go do her work actually, because I don't want to mess with this one. I'm done with this one. I'm gonna let this one wait. Okay, so your ancestors have another descendant that is more patient than you, that is less entitled than you, that doesn't cast out, that has more faith than you, that has more gratitude than you, that understands what's good for them and what's not good for them, that is obedient, that is respectful. They're gonna go help that person before they even mess with you. They're gonna let you sit in the weight room like they do at the doctor's offices when they don't like you. They're gonna make you wait longer. Okay? They're gonna make you wait longer for those benefits, because they're busy. They're messing with their homie right now. They are helping their homie because their homie has been there for them. So they're gonna be there for their homie. Okay? I'm just the messenger. And back to the lack of gratitude, all you ever do is bring your ancestors, your spirit guides, your deities problems, and never any thank yous, never any laughs, never any, let me sit with you and just have a cup of coffee. Let me just sit with you and in gratitude and sit here and have some time with you. No, it's, I got this problem I need fixing. Can you do this for me? No, ever let me just sit with you and have a cup of coffee. Let me sit with you and enjoy a glass of wine. Let me sit with you and, just talk. Just, hey, how you doing? Yesterday I was at that cemetery and I was talking to a baron, and I was asking him, because I saw when a group of tourists came by. I didn't realize they were doing night tours where I was. A group of tourists, because I live in a very historical town. A group of tourists came by and he rolled his eyes. And I was like, how do you feel about that? And he was like, honestly, it's kind of annoying, but it helps the town. So, and so whatever. Take some time to ask them how they're doing. How are they doing? Okay? Oh, yeah. Where am I at? Impatience. Okay, so we went over impatience. Number 7, you lack follow through, action, or urgency. If my spirits come to me, I may be in bed with my lotion on, watching some TV, sipping some nighttime tea, and if my spirit comes to me and goes, yo, get up now, get up now, let's go now, you better know I'm gonna get up. Okay? I will get up. I will jump my ass out of bed. Okay? Because they are coming to you, telling you, now is the moment, now is the moment, now is the moment, and you're gonna miss the moment. Okay? This happened with someone that one of my spirits was trying to help him get a what's it called? Jesus. Not a movie deal, a record deal. One of my spirits was trying to get this gentleman a record deal. Okay, my spirits have helped people get record deals, movie deals, about 3 different NBA contracts. Okay, so they don't play. Okay, so this person was told, you need to be at this place. This gentleman is going to be there at this place at this time. You need to go. You need to be there before this person arrives, and you are going to get a music deal. What happens? That person was late to the meeting and they missed their opportunity. And now spirit has punished this person, and they're going to have to wait for a record deal for another year or so because they lacked urgency or action. If Spirit tells you, do this, they don't mean next week. They don't mean 5 years from now. They mean right now. They mean right now. If they tell you book a reading, they mean right now. If they tell you go to this place, they mean right now, because they know that there's emotion happening that you need to be aware of. And if you lack action, if you go around in circles and you just question every single thing, that if they tell you go to this place and you are like, well, I don't really want to get up right now. Can I just do that tomorrow? And they're telling you, no, it needs to be done right now. And you go around in circles, they're going to stop helping you. They're going to let you go around in circles. Be like, ay, mira. Ahí está otra vez. There they are again, going around in circles because they think they know everything. Well, leave them there. Let them go around in circles. And eventually they're going to come back to the middle and ask the same question 10,000 times. What do I need to do? You already told what you need to do. You need to take the next step. You don't need to know the entire recipe. You just need to do the next step. And then once you get to that step, then we're going to give you the next step. Okay? So if you have no follow through, meaning they tell you you've done the work, right? And then they tell you, okay, this additional action is required from you. And then you don't show up, that's on you. That's on you. That's like when you book a doctor's appointment and then you don't show up for it. Whose fault is it? The doctor's fault or your fault? Okay? Hold yourself accountable. Stop holding Spirit and other people accountable for your lack of action, for your lack of follow through, for your lack of urgency. Because most of the time, 40% of the people that I see that are having a terrible life experience are having a terrible life experience because of this one right here. You have no follow through, no accountability, no action, and no urgency. You just expect to sit on the couch and receive with nothing, no work on your part, no work, no doing anything to receive what you're asking for. You're putting all of the energy, you're putting all of the responsibility and the work on your ancestors, your loa, your mysteries and deities, and you're not following through on the one thing that they tell you that you need to do. You want your business to succeed. They're telling you, okay, you need to post more videos. You don't do that. You want a relationship. They're saying, okay, you need to go to places where you can meet people, and you don't do that. Oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to be at home in the comfort of my home and meet whoever. And then you wonder why you meet some weirdos on the internet. Because they're telling you, go to the library, go to the coffee house, go to where you can find like-minded people. Okay? Your work between your ancestors and yourself, your loa and yourself, and your deities and yourself is a teamwork. If you're not doing your work as a team, then you can't expect them to do theirs. You have to put in the footwork. This is not Harry Potter. Okay? Even Harry Potter had to learn to use some spells. Spirit tells you, you are meant to do this. Why are you booking 10,000 more readings to get told the same thing? Why? They already told you what you need to do. You just don't want to do it because you don't want to do the work. Because you're scared. Because you're doubtful. Because you lack faith or gratitude or even the hustle. That's one of the things that goes hand in hand with the follow through. Guedeses, they are hustlers, okay? They will hustle to the end of time. And they will hustle things for me. And I'm like, damn, how they do that? But they then expect you to have the same hustle. And they're going to call you out on it because Guedeses don't lie. So they're going to call you out on it, especially if you work with madamas or reguedeses. The radaloases are a little bit nicer about it. The petroloases, they're gonna burn you. Okay, they're gonna burn you. And I don't mean literally. I mean they're gonna burn you with words. They're gonna say, "Why are you wasting my time for? Why are you wasting my time for?" Okay, so if you lack the hustle, if you think that person, for example, that wanted a record deal, we did all the work. The spirit was doing all the work. The spirit was talking in that person's ear, in that producer's ear. That's the spirit got that producer to go to that club that night to give this person a record deal, and they didn't want to get out of bed and show up on time. And the spirit was like, what else can we possibly do? We can't bring the producer to your house to bring you a record deal. So if you lack follow through, if you lack action, if you lack self-accountability, and if you lack urgency, that's on you. That's on you. Last but not least, I'm sure there's a lot more reasons. Like I said, a lot of it has nothing to do with the ingredients. Sometimes you can use the wrong ingredients. You can use the wrong offerings, and they'll say, "Ay, mira que lindo." Oh, they tried. They tried. Give them a break. Let's help them out. Anyway, they're trying. They know when you're trying. They know when you don't know any better. But when you come with the right energy, they'll feel bad for you and they'll want to help you. Last reason that I see most common is refusing to let go of what isn't for you. Stubbornness or evil eye. Either you are stubborn or you have evil eye. The first one is you think you know better, and you want, but I want this man, but I want this man, but this man isn't going to do shit for you, and 5 years from now, you're going to be blaming us, and you're going to be cursing us out as to, why did you let me be with this man? Or I want this thing, and then you're going to be like, why did you guys let me do this? Why? No, bro, no, I'm sorry. I'm going a little bit Bronx on everybody today, but Spirit is tired of hearing it. Okay? Spirit is tired of hearing your excuses. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got things that they got to resolve. Everybody has things that they're suffering through. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants protection. Everybody wants things. But there are people who are willing to put in the work, and then there's you. No offense to anybody, but if this is you, this is you. And then you are going to be left there to suffer until you learn your lesson. Until you learn your lesson. If you're stubborn and you think that how you want to do it is going to be more efficient than how Spirit is telling you it's going to be more efficient, because they can see from a higher perspective, then by all means, they're going to go ahead and let you learn the hard way. Okay? The next one that goes with that one, with not letting go of what isn't for you, is having evil eye. If you are full of evil eye and you're always asking, well, why does that person have that? But I want that. I want what that person has. You don't know what that person has gone through. You don't know what that person has had to suffer, or what type of work that person has had to put in to get what they have. Why don't I have millions like that person? Why can't I have that car or that house or whatever? Do you know the amount of work that person had to go through, the sacrifices that they had to go through, the suffering that they had to go through, the late nights that they had to spend? Mind your business. You don't know. You don't know. Or I want that relationship. Do you know how many times a day that relationship gets into fights and then they have to work through them? Yes, being afraid and not letting go of what they tell you is not for you is a slap in the face to your loa. because they know better than you. They have been around for thousands of years. You have been around for maybe 30 or 40 or 50. Because you can't remember your past lives. You're back here again because there were some lessons you had to relearn because you failed the last time. You failed the grade. Just like you got left back in 8th grade, you got left back on Earth again. Earth is a school. Their job is to help you succeed through this school. And if you fail to succeed through this school because you failed to listen to your teachers, you're going to get left back again. Okay? So watch the evil eye, because a lot of people got evil eye. I do a lot of readings for a lot of people. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, why is everybody always jealous of me? Why am I always attracting evil eye?" You're attracting evil eye because a lot of times you have evil eye. Okay? So watch how you are coveting other people's things. Watch how you are asking for things that are not yours. Okay? Be careful. So I'm sure there's many more reasons, but those are the reasons that I have noticed the most in my almost 2 decades of working with the spirits as a professional, and 3 decades of being born into this practice, into these mysteries. So pay attention to those things. I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to cast judgment upon anybody. Okay? Yes, wanting something that's not yours, being jealous is evil eye. Being coveting what others want, what others have, being jealous, that is the evil eye curse. Okay? So a lot of the times, like I said, it doesn't matter the ingredients you're using. Of course, it's very disrespectful to plants for you to not learn what they are actually good for. Because if you ask one plant for something that they have nothing to do with, like if you ask a plant that is more for cleansing and clearing and protection for love, they're gonna look at you like, why are you being disrespectful and asking me for stuff that I don't even do? Okay? Every one of you now knows. Everybody who watched this video now knows what you should and shouldn't be doing. So come correct to your altars. Understand that they want to help your working succeed. They want to help your magical spells succeed. But if you are doing any of these behaviors, they are probably not going to help you. They're probably not going to assist you. Even your higher self is a spirit. And if your higher self is like, you haven't learned the lesson yet, I'm not going to let that happen for you. No. I'm not going to let that, because I'm not letting the ego hold me back again on earth. We're not doing that. We're not repeating the grade, honey. Nope. So your higher self can even get in the way. Your shadow self can get in the way. If your shadow self is not getting its needs met, your inner child is not getting its needs met because you're not paying attention, because you're just all in your ego and it's all in like what I want. You don't pay attention to how your inner child needs healing, how your shadow self needs healing, or what your shadow self needs to do in order to fulfill its purpose here, or what your higher self is asking of you. You are most likely going to fail. And it doesn't matter whether you're in spirituality or whether you're in religion, you're going to still live the same life where you are going to you're going to feel like you're failing. Okay, whether you are in a religion or whether you are in a spiritual practice, magical practice, if you don't at least have the respect for your spirit team and your higher self, don't expect them to want to help you and help you succeed here. All right, everyone, that's it. Go out there, be respectful, appreciate your guides, appreciate your benevolent ancestors. Show respect, show faith, show trust, show gratitude, be obedient, be respectful, like I said, and have follow through. Most important of all. 5, have follow through. Because if you're not willing to work for it, why should they? All right? Many blessings.